So today we're going to be testing out the new ST124 tripod with the VA5 fluid head from Sirui. So thank you guys for clicking on the video, and thank you to the new subscribers I've gained over the past few weeks. I really appreciate you guys helping me grow the channel. And today we're going to be unboxing, reviewing, and testing out the new tripod from Sirui. Sirui did send me this tripod, so I want to give a huge shout out to them. Thank you guys so much. I'll also provide a link down below for the tripod as well as for the Sirui website, and anything you buy through that link, you guys will get 5% off. So definitely check them out. They got some sweet products, but let's go ahead and dive into this. It's Christmas all over again. So right off the bat, it does come with a really nice carrying case for the tripod. It's got a little zipper back here to put some maybe lens cloths, I don't know, some little things, whatever you guys might want to put in there. So here is the tripod itself, and let's go ahead and check out the head that they sent. And once again, the head comes in a nice case as well. We got a little Allen wrench set in here. And there she is. This is a smaller tripod. It's a lightweight, compact, carbon fiber made tripod. I do believe it's geared a bit more toward DSLR and mirrorless cameras. However, we are going to test it with a full cinema rig. Really just put this to the test and see how it does. But we'll go ahead and switch these out first. And it is really easy to switch out the heads. All you do is just tighten your tension knob on the panning axis, and you just unscrew that bad boy right off. Just like that. Hopefully you don't drop it. Just like that. Nice and tight. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys some of the specs for this tripod. So it does break down into 4 sections. All these legs actually do come off, so you can take it down into multiple pieces if you wanted to. Not sure why you'd want to, but the option's there. So it has a maximum tube diameter of 1.04 inches. That's the thickness up here. And down at the bottom, it has a minimum diameter of 0.69 inches. So the height of this tripod when it's at its smallest is 14.8 inches. And if we extend all the legs to their maximum length, it will go to 50 inches. And if we undo this and pull this bar all the way up, we can get the tripod to about 62 inches. So it does go up to a reasonable height. I mean, 62 inches, that's pretty dang good. However, at that height, you'd be relying on this stick being pulled all the way up. So if you did have a heavier or bulky setup, it's a little bit risky to rely on this. I would imagine there might be a little bit of wobble going on. But like I said, that's only with heavier setups. And I mean, this tripod is geared toward DSLR and mirrorless users. So if that's you, it'd probably be perfect for you. You probably wouldn't have much of an issue there. So the tripod does weigh about 2.6 pounds, and its maximum weight capacity is about 26 pounds. So that being said, if you do have a heavier rig, it should be able to handle it. We'll test that out with my rig and just kind of see how it does. But those are kind of the basic specs for the tripod. So the ST124 tripod is definitely packed with a lot of features. My first impressions of the tripod is it does have a nice build quality. We have carbon fiber legs. It is completely waterproof. It has these twist knobs, how you extend the legs. But knowing that they are waterproof is good. It's completely weather sealed inside here, so you're not going to get any water leakage inside the tripod whatsoever. I like how it has multiple bevel points. The VA5 head actually has 2 bevel points on its own, and the sticks have their own bevel point. So there's a bevel point down here on the sticks. We have one at the bottom of the tripod head, and then we have another one at the top near the plate of the tripod. So it's cool to have multiple bevels because it just ensures that your shot is completely level no matter what situation you're in. Another cool feature it has is on the actual tripod itself, it has two different screw thread points. We have a 1/4" screw point and a 3/8 screw point. So it's got these threads, you can attach different things to the tripod. So the legs do have this locking mechanism on them. So we can extend out all the legs, and say if you were maybe shooting on a staircase or uneven surface, you can just pull this tab right out and you can pull your legs out to, it has a couple different notches on here. We can go completely 90 degrees with it. You can come down a notch, and then we have our normal notch. So we have 3 different notch points on how these legs can extend out. And then another cool feature is down at the bottom, we have these rubber feet, which are definitely great for grabbing grip on concrete. But also if you screw these knobs out, we get this metal point that begins to come out. And it comes out a pretty good distance, if you guys can see that. So perfect scenario if you're shooting in grass or something, you can screw these out, dig these little legs into the grass, that way you have a nice sturdy and firm shot. Another really cool feature about the VA5 head is it has a full 360 degree number pattern on it. Say if we were wanting to get the same shot twice and we wanted to pan from 90 degrees to 120 degrees, we can replicate that shot to the T by having these numbers here, by just moving it from 90 to 120. Okay, cut, let's get the shot again. Go back to 90, move it to 120. You guys get the idea. But that's super helpful to have that on a tripod. So at the bottom of the center column, it does have a hook if you need to add like a sandbag or just add more weight to your tripod to really make it more firm and sturdy. So another cool thing about the VA5 head is it is spring loaded. So if you were to tilt all the way up and release, it springs back to its upright position. Same thing if you're panning down, release, it springs back to that position. So that's a nice feature. So we also have a really easy quick release up here. I mean, it's just this red button, push in, slide your head right off. Super easy to use, slides in and out really nice. And I like the overall build quality of the actual head. It's completely metal, fluid head. It pans and tilts incredibly smooth. I'm actually really impressed with how well this small little head handles. We'll put that to the test when we actually have some weight on it. I have my camera, so I'm gonna break down my rig to pretty much just the body and the lens, and we'll see how this handles with just a few pounds on it, see how well it pans, tilts, does all that good stuff, and then I'll rig my camera out to its max capacity. We'll really put a full rig on this tripod, and we'll see how it does in that circumstance. So let's get to it. Alright, well, it is really freaking cold outside. It's like 70 degrees or something. I'm freezing my butt off. I'm just kidding. It's like 35 degrees. I'm not used to it. We're in Texas. It should be hot. It's not. It's cold. So let's jump back inside and we can finish off my overall thoughts on this tripod. Okay, so we just got back from running around with this tripod, testing it out in a couple different scenarios with a couple different weight limits, and I have to say my overall impressions of it are really good. It actually handled both weight limits really well, which really took me by surprise. I was a little nervous about putting the full rig on here and seeing how well it would handle that much weight, but it did really well. And even putting that much weight on this small tripod, it was still panning and tilting really smoothly. There were a few things, however, I did notice when I had the full rig up on the tripod, and it wasn't 100% sturdy. It seemed like there is a little bit of wobble room in here. especially with a lot of weight on here. When I would push the camera side to side, I would notice a little bit of wobble going on. And I did notice this handle is pretty short. I am used to having a longer handle, something a little more sturdy to just grab onto to really control your camera. So that was a little bit of a downside to me. But like I said earlier, this tripod is geared toward that mirrorless DSLR type user. So if you're on a smaller camera, this smaller handle probably isn't going to bother you as much. I did find when I had my whole rig on here, I mean, it comes back pretty far, so I was almost having to stick my hand underneath the camera rig to get to this handle, and it just felt like the control was a little off for me. That being said, it still panned and tilted really smoothly. I am thoroughly impressed with the build quality of this head and just how smooth it is. I did really like how it has these spikes coming out of the end. Those are really handy for just planting it in grass. Having this option to move your legs to different angles is super handy, so I really like that feature as well. The multiple bevels are super handy. The quick release is just super easy to use. I really enjoyed that part. So overall, I do think this is a really solid tripod, but like I said, I think it's geared a bit more toward DSLR mirrorless camera users. If that's you, I would highly recommend this tripod to you. Once again, I just want to give a big shout out to Sirui. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, supporting the channel, and sending me this tripod to review. I'm going to leave a link down below with the tripod, also just a link to Sirui, and anything bought through this link, you guys will get 5% off. So thank you, Sirui, for providing us with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please help me grow the channel by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and dropping a comment. Let me know what you guys thought about this tripod, if this is something you'd be interested in buying and using. But thank you guys once again. Have a great day. Peace.